What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back for another video. And this is going to be my third Browns 7-round mock draft. Of course, my first one since the college football season ended. Congratulations to the Clemson Tigers for winning the whole freaking thing. I don't know. I don't think I follow. I'm not subscribed to any Clemson Tiger fans, but in case you are a Clemson Tiger fan and you are watching this video, shout out to you and your team. You guys absolutely mollywopped my team in the semifinals. It's almost like my team didn't even show up. But we'll be back next year. We got a pretty insane class coming in for next year. Can't wait. It's going to be fun. Go Bucks. But yeah, this is my first mock draft since college football ended. Kind of a shame, But it's also my first one since the Browns hired Greg Williams. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, Of course, the Browns are coaching in the Senior Bowl, so they will get an up-close and personal look at all of the seniors coming out for the draft. And of course, they'll get a look at the juniors and stuff, like at their pro days and stuff. So that should be fun. It's gonna be a really fun few months. But for right now, let's get on with my third mock draft of the year. Of course, these will change, especially around the Senior Bowl and Combine. The one of those times, that's when it's gonna change the most. So let's get right to the picks. First overall pick, Browns, thanks to a 1-15 record, will select Myles Garrett, defensive end, edge rusher, out of Texas A&M. This is the most logical pick for us, either him or Jonathan Allen. We need someone to attack the quarterback. We did not generate a pass rush at all, really, last year. Our leading sack getter was Emmanuel Ogbah with 5.5. Joey Bosa himself had 7.5. And he missed, first 3 or 4 games? Because he was being stubborn with his whole contract thing. He wouldn't sign his contract. Bruh. But, whatever. But I think Myles Garrett will be a force on the defensive line, especially with Greg Williams and his aggressive style. This is going to be fun to watch. All right, moving on. The second pick in the first round, 12th pick in the round, 12th overall. I have the Browns going Malik Hooker, safety out of Ohio State. We need a guy in the center field area. Our last line of defense, this guy led the nation, I believe, in pick sixes. So it's fitting to have a guy that, can freaking get interceptions so easily. So I don't know how many interceptions. I think this dude had, 6? 6 or 7. And he took 4 to the house. It was insane. He's very dangerous to throw at. Most likely, if you don't watch yourself, you will get picked off with Malik Hooker. And I would love him in our secondary, whether it's at corner or safety. He'll be very, very dangerous in the defensive backfield for the Browns. And then moving into the second round, first pick, 33rd overall, I have the Browns staying in the secondary and drafting Sidney Jones, corner out of Washington. Okay, you can do this, Ohio Browns. If you do draft Hooker and Jones, you could put them both on the same side of the field and freaking just totally shut down that side of the field. Of course, that'll put a lot of pressure on Joe Hayden because he's been injury prone and he hasn't played his best these last few years. So I'm going to guess that if we do get Hooker and Jones, or anyone for that matter, and put them all on one side of the ball and totally shut down the one area, the opponent's going to most likely attack Joe Hayden. So he better be ready. He better be on his A game. He tweeted out, I think today after his surgery, they said he was successful and everything. I think it was today or yesterday. He said, "First team All Pro, here I come." Well, this happens, you're going to need, show it. Go out there and show that you're a first team All Pro worthy player. So, moving on now, 20th pick in the second round, 52nd overall, I have the Cleveland Browns selecting Raekwon McMillan out of Ohio State, sticking with the Ohio State theme. Of course, Sidney Jones, very good in the secondary. Raekwon McMillan, very good as a linebacker. He was, I think, one of the leaders of the defense for Ohio State. The dude could get in the backfield, stop big run, stop the running back. I don't know how many sacks he had last year. I don't even know if he even had any, but he was the verbal leader of that defense. And we need someone like with his attitude, Very good attitude, very well-spoken person, man. It'd be awesome to have Raekwon with the Browns. All right. Coming in the third round, first pick in the third round. What's this? Chargers plan to announce they are moving to L.A. Ooh, Chargers moving to L.A. Wow, that sucks for San Diego, but that stadium trash, though. Charger fans can argue with me, but that stadium trash. Much like your team. But all of your team's looking up, though. Your team's looking up. Stay healthy, you can be dangerous. But front office-wise, ownership-wise, that team's trash. But moving on with the draft, first pick in the third round, 65th overall, I have the Browns once again going to Ohio State. Center, Pat Elflein. Watching Cameron Erving epically fail at center this year made me start thinking about centers. We need a center. There's no way we're going to next year with Cameron Erving at center, although I'm pretty sure they're going to move him from center. He looked good at right tackle, so he should be able to give Austin Pastore and Sean Coleman a bit of run for their money. Although if I was the Browns, I would definitely put Sean Coleman at right tackle. He really proved to be a very good player. So I would love to see that, but we'll see. But yeah, Pat Elflein definitely would fit. He's a good center. Very good. All right, moving on. First pick in the fourth round, 106 overall. I have the Cleveland Browns going defensive line, selecting Dalvin Tomlinson out of Alabama. You could put Dalvin right next to, of course, Feast Mode, Danny Shelton, and oh my God, the heart of the defensive line will be rock solid with Ogbah and Garrett at the edge. Wow, that would be nasty. Nasty. Oh, yeah, that would be awesome. Tomlinson, just that kind of run stuffer that we need. Tomlinson and Shelton would definitely just solidify that interior line. Wow, that would be awesome if we got him. But, we'll see what happens. Moving on, fourth round, 36th pick in the round, 141 overall. I have the Browns going guard, picking Nico Siragusa out of San Diego State. Merely a depth pick, Our offensive line has been plagued with injuries the past few years, especially to Joel Bitonio. We need someone reliable to fill in for him, that can pretty much match the production that Bitonio had. He really kept our quarterback on his feet for the most part. He helped solidify the left side of the offensive line, and we need someone to match that in case Bitonio goes down for a third year in a row. That dude's missed 18 games in 2 years. Bruh, come on now. He's still good, but again, offensive linemen, their weak spot, their Achilles heel is literally their feet. Because, they're always on their feet. You have people chop blocking, falling on their knees, Oh, God, I would not want to be an offensive lineman in the NFL. So many guys falling on your feet, they lunge and they miss and they wind up taking out your knees and it just goes downhill. All right, moving on. Fifth round, we have 3 picks in this round. First pick in the fifth round, 146 overall. I have the Browns drafting Samaj Pirine, running back out of Oklahoma. I only saw this dude a handful of times. This kid's good. I think he'd be a real good complementary piece behind Johnson and Crowell. This kid's good. He's really good from what I saw. But yeah, just another great piece for us. That'd be awesome to get another running back, George Atkinson was good, but he's a mere special teamer. He's a special teamer. I would not also be surprised to see Darius Jackson return for us. We actually got him towards the end of the year from Dallas. I think it's Darius or Don Jackson. I don't know what it is, but yeah, probably just totally messed up his name. But whatever, I don't care. He was on the practice squad the entire year. How was I supposed to know his name? Whatever. But yeah, Samaje Perine with that pick, first pick in the 5th round. Staying in the 5th round, or 31st pick in the 5th, 176 overall, I have the Browns going tight end, selecting Tyrone Swoopes out of Texas. Another depth pick. You know, we got, 3 good tight ends right now. Telfair, DeValve, and Barnidge. You know, it would help to really put Tyrone Swoopes in there. Maybe he can compete for that number 2 tight end spot. You know? But yeah, just another mere depth selection. And then staying in the 5th round, final pick in the 5th round, 35th overall pick in the 5th, 180 overall. I have the Browns selecting John Heck. What the heck? Tackle out of North Carolina. Again, depth. Tackle, offensive line in general needs a lot of bodies, especially with the rash of injuries we've had. You know, would he even make the team? Who knows? It really depends on what this team does in free agency. But, yeah, John Heck would be a great pickup, definitely. And then, final pick in the draft for us. First pick in the 6th round, 186 overall. I have the Browns selecting safety Jonathan Ford out of Auburn. Our safety position has been thin the past few years. You know, of course, last year Derek Kindred got hurt. It'd be great to have a guy that can match him, you know, in production in case that were to happen again, or to anyone in the secondary, you know, especially at safety, you know, being a last line of defense. I mean, I could imagine Malik Hooker and Jonathan Ford being a really good duo, but I just can't wait to see Malik Hooker if we draft him. That'd be awesome if we did. But if we get Hooker, a duo of Hooker and Kindred, that's a pretty hard duo to beat. Kindred can lay wood to you, and Hooker can just pick you off. Wow. But, yeah, if the Browns can do a draft like this, I'll be happy. You know, we need to start hitting on these drafts. I mean, bruh, you know, this regime's got a limited time basis. You know, I mean, they don't have forever. You know, they can't blow on drafts. They keep blowing on drafts, they're going to be gone probably in 2 years. You know? It's either you nail these drafts now or you're gone, pretty much, after next year maybe. I'm honestly giving this front office 3 years. You had this past year, which was a flop. I don't even know if I should even include this past year. I mean, I wish I had like one of those mind-sweeping devices from Men in Black where, you know, I could just make everyone forget about this past season because it was garbage, man. Embarrassing. But I think if the Browns can hit on this draft this year, I think everything will be good. You know, it'd be worth it. But we'll see. But yeah, that's going to do it for my 3rd Browns mock draft of the year. My next full first round mock will be coming out probably in a few days, so be on the lookout for that one. But for now, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Go Browns, and I'm out.